Okay, good day, everyone. Welcome to another amazing and exciting time on our Zoom call today. This is another time for us to share amazing knowledge with ourselves because what we do on the Zoom here is mainly educating people and then making them understand the importance of being educated in anything that they are into. So when you're into something, it's very paramount that you are educated in that thing. You are giving the full knowledge about that thing, the platform you're into, because that is what is going to suffice you in your journey in the platform. When you don't have knowledge, you can get stuck. When you don't have knowledge, you will be walking in the dark with regards to everything that you are into. But when you have knowledge, knowledge brings light. With knowledge, there is no fear. So that's exactly what I want to communicate to us today. That when you have knowledge, you don't have to be afraid of anything. Sorry, got distracted a little bit. All right, so I was saying that with knowledge, you don't have to be afraid of anything, either the present or the future. Why? Because knowledge brings light. And when you stay in the arena of light, you don't even, when you are focused on knowledge, when you look at the light, for example, when you look at the sun, you don't see the shadows. You don't see, it's only people who look down that gets to see the shadows. And the shadows is not real. Most of the times, the shadow is not real. So that's why we bring people knowledge, because knowledge brings light. Keep that in mind. Now, our amazing platform, Forsage, is what we're also talking about tonight. This platform has helped several people to attain financial freedom in different parts of the world, in countries and continents of the world, and still being a part of it. I'm going to share my screen in a little while so I can make us understand why we need to take advantage of this, because people are taking advantage of it. You see, the world is going in the direction of decentralization. So everything, the websites, the apps, the platforms, the all kinds of devices that runs on the internet are going on the decentralized browsers, the decentralized internet right now. And in just a few years from now, we're going to be running on complete decentralization, because things are going to be running and controlled from blockchains. Blockchains, because that is a technology that holds the key to a decentralized future. And the more we take advantage of things that holds the keys to our future, the more we come out from the dark into the present, because the truth is that things are always changing. There's always a change in the weather. There's always a change in the climate. There's always a change in our environments. We also experience changes because we as we get to eat, our bodies experience changes. We grow as we eat. The same way also in the world of money, in the world of cryptocurrency, there are always changes. You see, so that's exactly what you must understand. So where is this change working? Where is it coming from and where is it going to? Where is the world right now? It is in the world of decentralization. And that's exactly why being in a platform that is decentralized makes you know that there is a future ahead of you in whatever you are into. As long as you are doing things that are done in a decentralized way, you can be able to create your own economy. You can be able to build your own finances. It's called decentralized finance, decentralized economy, where you and you alone are in control and party to whatever you own on the internet. On the internet. So that's exactly what we're talking about. And Forsage, being the world's first 100% decentralized platform, has shown this over and over again in the way income is generated, because it goes directly into the members of the project, their personal wallets. This is so cool. Their personal wallet, that they alone control the private keys. So the owners, the creators, the founders, they never ever touch the income or the crypto of the members of the project. 100% of all the income generated goes directly into their personal wallets. And I'm going to also be demonstrating this on the screen so that you can be able to see this very well. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen right now, okay, so that we can see what's going on here. Okay, so this is the Forsage BUS, just in case you don't know how we got here. All right, Forsage BUSD website, busd.forsage.io. Okay, that's how we got to this page, the Forsage BUSD main page. And now you can see something here on my screen that the platform activity has been able to have a total of 287,000 people, 287,000 people, and a total of 39 million US dollars has been made in this platform from inception. All right, I'm trying to slow down so that everyone can understand what I am saying. All right, and then you can see the icons in green. That means that over 2,300 people have come into the platform in the last 24 hours. And then you can see that over 245,000 has been generated by members of the community in the last 24 hours. Now, 2 weeks ago, on a Sunday to be precise, I was with someone, and this figure here was reading 270,000 in the figure. All right. Now, as of today, we have 287,000 people. Ladies and gentlemen, that means in the last 2 weeks, over 17,000 people have come on Forsage BUSD platform. And you can see that in the last 24 hours, over 2,344 people are already on board. And it keeps growing like that. This is the change that people have been looking for. And because they see that it's real and it exists in the platform like Forsage, they keep coming in. If Forsage were not working, people will stop joining. The numbers keep increasing because people are seeing results and they keep coming in different teams all around the world. And that's one thing. The platform activity is 100% transparent. So if you want to verify what's going on here, you can always go to the blockchain to do that. So you can see that people are making earnings. You can see earnings. So you can see a new member just joined, okay? And these are earnings in the platform, all right? And then these earnings are verified on the blockchain. You can see that these earnings are gotten like 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, all right? And then if you want to verify any of these transactions, you can click on it and it will take you straight to the blockchain. Very, very simple. For example, we can decide to verify this transaction here, this transaction, okay? We can decide to verify that's the one for the 20 BUSD on the X4, all right? So we take a look at it this way. It was done 11 minutes ago, okay? 11 minutes ago. So if you want to verify such transaction, all you need to do is click on this arrow you see here, and it takes you to that transactions on the blockchain. So you can actually verify whether this was actually done, because any transaction that takes place in Forsage is always recorded immutably on the blockchain. So I'm going to click on that now and watch what happens. Can you see it takes me straight up to the blockchain? This is the transaction details. The transaction details on the blockchain. It shows us that the transaction status was a success. and it happened exactly 11 minutes ago. Look at the time here, the timestamp, 11 minutes ago, March 14, 2022, exactly 7:09 UTC time. You can see, and then when you check out the transaction again, you see very importantly that from the wallet of this individual, it interacted with the smart contract, and then from the smart contract, it went to the wallet of this person here. Okay, so from the wallet to the smart contract, from the smart contract to the wallet of the receiver. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how it works. On all these things are verifiable on the blockchain. Okay, and you can see that it is the same $20, which is same 20 BUSD that was transacted. So this is a smart contract address, and it's a smart contract of the Forsage X3 and X4 in combined. So no transactions in Forsage moves like that. It has to interact with the smart contract to be executed. And if you click on this, right now, all right, if you click on this, you get to see that it is what? A contract. You can see that it is a contract. Okay, so this is how you can be able to verify transactions on the blockchain, okay, from the Forsage website. All right, at this point, does anybody have a question you want to ask with what I just explained? Does anybody have a question you wanted to point out? All right, I take that as no question. So now let's go over, but just in case you have a question, all right, I'm going to come back to that segment and you can take questions. All right. So now I'm going to go over to an account that gives us a light to how we operate on our team, because our team, the Forsage Kinging Team, we are get towards building deep. All right, sticking to building deep, not building wide, because it's actually a new way the world is going in the arena of the cooperative society. We have to cooperate with ourselves in a society if we're going to make ends meet, because we can't keep waiting for the government. We can't keep waiting for different institutions or organizations to fend for us. We as citizens of the world in different countries, because I can decide to team up with the citizens here in Nigeria, you can decide to team up with the citizens in your country, but because of decentralization, it makes it possible for us to team up irrespective of the country that we are, to be able to work in a cooperative way to generate funds for ourselves in a decentralized and a transparent way. That's what Forsage is doing, and helping people all around the world to generate massive incomes. And the way to build in Forsage, just like what the people, the creators are doing, is building deep. That's the way they are going. And that's exactly what we do. So let me show you that ID right now. I'm just going to go with this ID for now. So I'm going to preview this account, and then you can see on my screen that this ID has been able to generate over 56,000 BUSD with only 3 partners. All right. And then you can see that this income was generated by just 3 partners. How is that possible? When you build deep, you get to make more. When you build wide, you make less. You make less when you build wide. But when you build deep, a team structure, you see, because Forsage is not like other platforms. All right. It works when, I mean, the way it was built, all right, the way it was built, it works with a collective team effort. So if you want to really make ends meet in Forsage, you have to think like a team builder. You have to work like a team builder. In other words, don't start Forsage and go to sleep. That's what I'm saying. Build your campaign, get the platform to your friends, to your colleagues, your contacts, show them that there's a way to work with cryptocurrency in a decentralized way. And the amazing part of our team is that you only come on a team with just a one-time payment. or just a one-time payment of just $80. Okay, just $80. That's what you're coming into. And then when you come into the platform, it enables you to turn on the first three slots of the X3 and the X4 programs. That's what it enables you to do. And when you do that, and everybody who comes in your structure does the same, everyone in that structure, in that team structure, gets to make ends meet. Bygone are the days whereby I only fend for myself and I only think about myself and I don't even think about people I brought into the platform. When you get to build deep, it doesn't matter what happens. If you don't move, I don't move. So we have to work together to ensure that you move, because if you move, I move. That's the way it works, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have these explanations in our previous Zooms where we talked about it in details on the X3, on the X4. So just in case you want to look at that video, I'll just go on YouTube right now. And so just get on the YouTube. Okay. And then search for Forsage Kinging Team. Okay, search for the Forsage Kinging Team, and then you can see the Forsage Kinging Team materials. So there are a lot of videos here for you to take advantage of. Even in this video that we're recording this call right now will be uploaded on this channel. So we have a well-detailed explanation of the Forsage X3 over here, and we have a well-detailed explanation on the Forsage X4 over here, and then we have how you can understand the concept of building deep. We also have that video over here. All right, and we also have a Zoom where we have a well-detailed explanation on the stable coin, Why are we using BUSD? What is the advantage of BUSD? We have all these things in detailed teachings, because we are geared towards educating people. When you don't have education, like I said, you will be walking in the dark. But when you have education, knowledge brings light. I say that often and often. Knowledge brings light. So if you've been doing other platforms, or you are into Forsage and you never made ends meet, you didn't move forward, you didn't scale through, you got stuck. When you follow what we're showing you, you will make success ahead. You will make success, because the only ingredient that is absent from a lot of people's concept is knowledge. They have the concept, they have the way to drive through it, but they lack the knowledge to make it work. So in these Zooms, in this course, we have detailed teachings, explanations that are done, and we have several other tools and videos, resources on this channel that helps you explain more about the team, the Forsage Kinging Team, and what we do and why we do what we do, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to come back to the platform just to make you understand that Forsage is changing lives and people are getting on it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to another segment of the Zoom call tonight. But before I do that, do we have a clarification, a question to answer? Does anybody have a question or any clarification to make before we move on? You can put it on the chat. I'm going to turn off my screen right now so I can check. So just if anybody have a question, you can put it on the chat so we can take a look at that. All right. Okay, looks like we got no questions. Okay, so let's move forward. So now I wanted to make us see how the Forsage platform is integrated with the blockchain, all right? Because the Forsage is not just a company, okay, that's owned by anyone. It's a smart contract. And a smart contract is on the blockchain, All right. And that's exactly what I want to explain to us right now. So first of all, you need to know that this is the blockchain, the bscscan.com. Okay. This is the blockchain, BSC scan. This is the Binance Smart Chain Explorer. Binance Smart Chain Explorer. Okay. And this is the blockchain that Forsage uses in the BNB and the BUSD program. Okay. This is the blockchain. So now what I'm going to do is this. On the Forsage platform, you can see here, Forsage BUSD contracts. Okay. So now I'm going to scroll here and to get the contract address. So you can see we have the contract for X3, X3, XXX, and the X Gold. But for tonight, okay, for today, I'm going to be working with the X3 and the X4 programs. Okay, because that's what we work on our team. So I'm just going to go over there. So you can see that we have the contract address for these three. All right, but I'm going to be working with just one of them. Okay, so you can see how it's integrated to the blockchain. Okay, so I'm going to open that more so you can see that. Now, everything on the internet, on the web has an address, okay? Has an address. The difference between what the normal internet is and the blockchain is because the normal internet, the codes are, they're not hidden. In other words, the URLs are not hidden. All the addresses are all open, okay? And it was done for a reason because normally it's with IP addresses, but because of the understanding of people, that's why we have the addresses on the URLs open. But it is not so on the blockchain because of security. So that's why the same way that everything has an address on the internet, on the World Wide Web, the same way everything has an address on the blockchain. So that's why what you're seeing on my screen right now is the address of each of the smart contracts on the blockchain. Just the same way that your wallet has a wallet address on the blockchain. The same way every contract has an address on the blockchain. So I'm going to click on this first one here. Okay, I'm going to click on that to copy the address to. Okay, so I've copied that address now. Okay, I've copied that address. I'm sure you saw that when I did that. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the blockchain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that on the search bar right here. Okay, so I'm going to paste that. Can you see that? So when I paste that, I'm now going to search, click on the search bar. So it brings out the result that this search that I'm trying to find out is a contract. It is a contract. Okay, and that contract has a balance of 0. You can see the 0 is there. I mean, never mind the amount you see here, okay, is still 0 because if you check through it, you will see different tokens. Okay, so and then sometimes some people get to make mistakes because if you watch very well, the contract address here looks the same. Sorry, you can see that the contract address here looks the same with the wallet address that is known by everyone. Contract address looks like wallet address, but they are not all the same. Okay, so sometimes somebody might make mistakes and to send money to the contract address. All right, so sometimes you might come over here and you might see, oh, it's the contract is storing funds, but people don't understand. It's not. It doesn't store funds. It is a code that makes transaction happen between two people. So when somebody makes mistake and send money to the contract address, it stores here. All right, it stores, you can see like 11 BUSD here. So that does not mean that the contract stores people's funds, but when you make a mistake to send money to that address, it will store there. So what you can do is you need to contact the support of the Forsage platform and then reveal your identity, and then they can check through the transaction history and get the money back to you. I've seen it done several times. Okay, but understand that the smart contract does not take anybody's funds. All right, so now let's move on. So what I want to show you here is for you to understand that this is a contract. I mean, if you check BUSD, BP20 tokens, you can see that transactions are happening every second. Every second, you can see 52 second, 1 minute ago, 1 minute ago. That's the way it is, and the lines never just end. So transactions are happening in Forsage every second, every minute, ladies and gentlemen. So the same thing you saw on the website, you can also verify it here. This is the blockchain. Now, the next thing I want you to see here is that let's go over to the contract tab. All right? So we go over there, then it gives us more information that this is actually a contract. Okay, the contract is telling us that the source code of this contract is verified. The contract source code is verified. So, and then what's the name of the contract? Forsage proxy, okay? And then the compiler, okay, that's a little bit advanced, so I'm not going to go there. So, but this is the contract code, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the reason why you can see this code here is because the contract is verified on the blockchain. Is verified on the blockchain. So that's why you can see this code here. If the contract was on the blockchain but was not verified, you will not see the codes, but it exists on the blockchain. It exists there and cannot be edited. So, but this one, because it's verified, because the creators wanted it to be open. That's why you can see this. Okay, but the thing is that it's on a read-only editor. It's on a read-only editor. In other words, if I click on it right now and I try to type, you can see on my keyboard I'm typing, but nothing is editing. So this is on this smart contract cannot be edited. It's immutable once it gets on the blockchain. Now, if you were on Forsage last year, you will remember that we waited for a very long time before the smart contract was uploaded. The reason why we waited that long time was because we were told by the creators that they cannot afford to upload a smart contract with errors. Because once the smart contract has been uploaded, it cannot be changed. It cannot be altered. It's going to be running on the blockchain as long as the internet exists. So that's why you're seeing this here. So anyone who understands the coding of this can actually relate it that this is 100% transparent. For you to see the contract that is running on the Forsage platform. Now, what's the reason for all this thing? What's the reason for all this? Why am I showing you all this? The understanding is the biggest aspect of it is that you can actually interact with this smart contract without using the website. In other words, even though the website gets to shut down, you can still interact with the smart contract, but in a manual way, which is not really hard to do. You need someone to guide you on how to make it work. As long as the smart contract is on the blockchain, you can interact with it. You can. So we have no fears whether the website shuts down or the creators are dead or the creators are no longer interested in the project. We have no fears because what we have here in our screen helps us to interact with the smart contract without the authority of anyone. So what you see on the website here, is just a graphical representation of this whole thing you see on the blockchain. Everything you see here, what you see here now is a graphical representation. Like, for example, the Forsage X3. What you see here is coded from the blockchain. So that's just it, ladies and gentlemen. That's just it. The understanding of Forsage is amazing. It needs you to calm down and understand that what we are doing here is helping people. But we cannot help people by telling them to get on a system with us without no forehand understanding or foreknowledge of it. And that's why we take our time to explain things like this to people. All right. Now, on the next subsequent Zoom calls, I'm also going to explain some important things about the X3 and the X4, which I discovered recently. Because when it comes to Forsage, when it comes to blockchain, when it comes to decentralization, you never stop learning. You never stop learning. There's amazing aspects of the programs I got to discover about just a few weeks ago. And I am itching to share this knowledge with the community, with our team members. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're in the right place. You are listening to the right knowledge. And whether you know it or not, this is what people are going to be looking out for in the next few years. Believe it. It's real. It works, and it will keep working. All right. So I want to say thank you for listening today. But before I end the call, I'd like to take questions just in case we have questions that we needed to clarify about the programs, smart contracts. Please let's be free to clarify right now, or you can put it on the chat and I will take it. Do we have questions that we wanted to clarify?
This is Charlene. I didn't have any questions. Thank you for the information.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Can we hear from anyone, just in case you have a question you needed to clarify? Okay, all right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you.